welcome back to Quotes of Interest. I am one of two hosts, Joshua, and I'm here with my friend Andrew.
What's up?
Yo. So, my sister has been reading this book called A Court of Rose and Thorns by Sarah Maas, and we were talking about it, and there's this particular scene that I wanted to share with you. Uh, I don't know anything about this story, but I found this quote to be quite um, something. So,
Interesting. It's a quote of
yeah,
interest.
it's very interesting. So, you ready?
I'm ready, man. Lay it on me.
All right. Ray's answering smile was lovely and just a bit wicked. I believe my little lesson helped. Yes, Reyes is the greatest lover a female can hope for, is undoubtedly how I learned to read. I was only trying to tell you what you now know. My blood heated a bit. Hmm, was all I said, pulling a book toward me. I'll take that, as a challenge. His hand slid down my thigh, then cupped my knee, his thumb brushing along its side. Even though my leathers, the heat of him seeped to my very bones. Maybe I'll haul you between the stacks and see how quiet you can be. Hmm. I flipped through the pages, not seeing any of the text. His hand began a lethal, taunting exploration up my thigh, his fingers grazing along the sensitive inside. Higher, higher,
Oh
he leaned
no.
in to drag a book toward himself, but whispered in my ear, or may I'll spread you out on the desk and lick you until you scream loud enough to wake whatever is at the bottom of the library. I whipped my head toward him. His eyes were glazed, almost sleepy. I was fully committed to that plan, I said. I'm stopping there. So, all right.
Wow. So this series is just gonna become about like swearing and sexual shit. Her first quote is "ass is grass." Second quote is a hot steamy scene.
All right, well,
Um,
I'll mix it up next time. I just thought
I'm
this
just
was
messing
really
with you.
funny.
It's pretty funny. I'm like confused though. So like, there's two people and they have books and they're
So, all right, so this is what I got from the quote. Is
okay.
so they're in a library and
Okay.
uh it's a magic library and there's a creature that's sleeping underneath the library and no one knows what it is. And these two people, and one guy's just trying to be like sexy talk, and he's like, I don't care if your screams wake this fucking monster up. I'm gonna fuck you on this desk. And so,
What?
so that's you know, what'd you think?
Who's this author? What's her name? Susan
Uh,
Moss.
Sarah Moss,
Sarah
just
Moss.
Sarah
Man, she
M
should
M A A S.
she should meet
Stephen
MAAS
King.
Mass.
Mass, yeah, like Sarah Mass or Moss. Well, I guess it's
Mass.
just no you. I don't know how to
She
pronounce it.
she should meet Stephen King. They'd be best friends, I think.
Yeah.
She might rival Stephen
And
King with this scene. That was
it's bigger than a weasel.
yeah.
It's uh, In the Tall Grass by Joe Hill, Stephen King, and Sarah Moss.
I'm pretty
Oops.
I feel like we got to read the book now. We got to find out what happens with this monster and this sexual encounter.
Honestly,
So,
she, my sister says so far it's a pretty good book.
okay.
Uh, like I don't know.
What's it called again? What's the book called?
It's A Court of Rose and Thorns.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've heard someone mention it at some point. That book. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
really popular or not, but
yeah. I don't know anything. I don't know if it's a series. I don't know if it's a one-off.
listen, if there's a
I don't know
monster
anything.
underneath the bookcase watching two people getting it on, I mean that's enough for me. Am I right? I mean,
Oh yeah, that's pretty Stephen King of
that's
her.
we read a lot of Stephen King, so that's already up
So,
our alley.
I
So
mean, I mean to be honest, no amount of how kinky these other books get, nothing is gonna beat this chapter. Was it chapter 48 of The Stand
Yeah,
by
the
Stephen King?
garbage man.
Like
Yeah.
the garbage man, the kid. Look, if you can get through that scene, then this scene where he talks about like spreading her legs and what does it say? I'm trying
On
to
the
look at it
table
again.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's like God. I'm just quickly looking at it. Or whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna read through it again. It's like he just spreads her out on the table in this library,
I
and you're
wonder.
supposed so you're supposed to be quiet in libraries, right?
Of course.
So they're not being very what do you call it, respectful
Yeah, they're
to
not being
the
conscientious
creature.
of the creature, the horny creature that just like
Yeah.
watches people
See,
in the
like,
library.
because so like the creatures underneath this library, they don't know what it is, but it could possibly be like something horrific, and you're just gonna risk waking this monster up just to get your dick wet. So you're just like, I just don't. Is it worth it? See, this
I
is the kind of
clearly it
thing.
is to them. Um,
Well, I don't
so
know what either of them look like, but I'm assuming they're both probably attractive.
I
Because why
mean,
would you make your character not attractive?
yeah. Well, I love being ugly personally, so
I mean, me
that's
too.
nice. I mean the monster watching them is interesting.
So we don't know if the monster's watching them. They
Oh,
just
it just
so
senses.
well no, it's they're like so there's a library and there's a monster under the library and they're just like I'm gonna fuck you and hopefully your screams don't wake it up. So
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things wrong with that. You need to be respectful in a library. So
Yeah, I agree. And who goes to libraries anymore? That's the one thing.
right,
Is like
we
like
read
I go to
a lot, and
Audible.
we don't even go to libraries really. So
Would you who do you think writes sex scenes better so far? Stephen King or Sarah Moss?
I don't know, Sarah Moss. I don't know, man. I mean, talking about
Well,
fucking in a library is pretty good,
it's pretty
and about a
kinky. I
monster. Yeah. So
well,
I don't know.
I'd say it's like I enjoy the Sarah Moss stuff in a way because it's like um just regular like dirty talk or whatever. It's like let's
Yeah,
go,
it
and
is
then
more
this and
normal.
then it's normal, and then you get the Stephen King and it's like I'm gonna blow your shit factory, happy crappy. It's like,
It's like
I
no
mean,
human being would say that.
yeah, you bag of puss, you like that, don't you? It's well, the thing is, I like Stephen King's better because it's funnier. Like, okay, it makes me laugh more, or it's more engaging. Like, but when I like read this with like Sarah Moss's, it's like it's almost so tame, and it's just I think I'm just desensitized because of Stephen King.
Right. I don't know. Fucking in a
So
library, that's it's pretty ballsy.
yeah,
No pun intended. But
uh, yeah.
uh,
So I promise the next quote I'll pick will
nope, it's
be
got to be horny
more
forever.
seriously
It's got to
gotta
be
be
horny
horny.
quotes of interest forever now.
Every
Sorry.
single
Yeah.
one.
Or yeah. Sorry.
Oh well, that was my thoughts on Sarah Moss's "A Court of Rose and Thorns." That one quote. I don't know anything about the story at all. Maybe one day we'll just read it because fuck it. We'll see. We got a lot on the list though. You got
I'm
anything
I'm
on
honestly
that?
curious now, just from this one scene. We'll maybe have to read it one day. Hell,
I want to know what this monster is.
yeah. Well, we got to see if they actually have sex in the library too.
Yeah, like is it just a tease or what? Yep.
All right.
Well, this has been an episode of Quotes of Interest. I'd like to thank you for listening to this. I don't know why you would, but thank you anyway.
Thanks for getting horny with us. If you like fucking in libraries, just let us know in the comments.
Please. That's all I want to know.
See you next time.
Later.